Good morning, students. I hope you people are well. Today, again, we are going to continue further, that is, matter, nature, and behavior. The next topic of your chapter is your what is the suspension. Before starting the suspension, we will just revise that previous topic. We had studied about the types of mixture. There we had seen the first one is your homogeneous mixture, second one is your heterogeneous mixture. There one we had studied about the colloid, second one we had studied about the suspension. So now we are continuing with the suspension. What is suspension? As you people are knowing that when we talk about the suspension, the particles of the solute will be little bit bigger or quite bigger as compared to the other two, that is colloid as well as the homogeneous solution. Take some example of suspension. Suppose you had taken one mixture of sand and water. When you will dissolve, it will dissolve. But after some time, if you are not going to touch that particular beaker, slowly the sand particles will be settled down at the bottom of the beaker. Next one, see children, when we talk about the haldi in water, haldi means the turmeric. When you will add the turmeric in water, what will happen? The same thing, it will dissolve. But after some time, as the particle of the turmeric is quite bigger, so it will settle down at the bottom of the beaker. Some important points are given as the light beam can be scattered and the light will be visible through our naked eyes. We can see the light. Next thing it is given as the big particles are going to be settled down. Why it is going to be settled down? Because it is little bit heavier. If you are not disturbing the solution, it will be easily settled down at the bottom of that particular beaker. Next is children, colloid. As I had gave you the example earlier, only in the mixture we had seen the ink is dissolved in the water and that water had been again dissolved in the solvent. So what happens? The particles are going to be float here and there and the color is also going to be changed. Suppose you have taken the blue color ink. So the color of that particular solution will turn into blue. Okay. As compared to the suspension and the homogeneous mixture, the particle is neither too bigger nor too smaller. And it looks like homogeneous, but actually it is heterogeneous. Because the particles of that colloid is very tiny, we are not able to rectify it with our naked eyes. So how we can separate that particles? Have you seen the mixie, how it is working? When you will grind anything, the particles are revolving through the surface. That is towards the periphery they are moving, outer side. So what happens children, that same phenomena is used for the colloid also for separating the material. For this the best example you can see the extraction of butter from the curd. The extraction of butter from the curd. When we are going to just grind it, what will happen? The butter will come at the upper surface of that particular that jar and the bottom buttermilk you will extract. See here, one experiment is given in figure number 5, Tyndall effect. In this what will happen children? The light is going to pass and it will visible by the colloid. In this case children, the light used to travel in some path and this particular effect was given by John Tyndall. And he told that the particles are moving here and there, but then also they are capable to pass the light, that is the path is visible. Next one, see children, about the Brownies movement or Brownies motion. This was given by Robert Brown in the year 1773 and to 1858. Here zigzag manner particles are visible. See children, suppose winter season is there, you are sitting in your bedroom, ventilator window is open. From the ventilator window, when the light used to come to your bedroom, that is the sunlight, you can see the particle, how the particles are moving. The particles are moving in a zigzag manner. Particles are moving in a zigzag manner. Here and there it will move. And what will happen due to that? The particle will provide the energy to move from one particle to another and it will show you the zigzag manner. And that manner is only known as your Brownies motion. Next children, when we are separating any mixture, after separating any mixture, what will happen? It will extract the pure substance. So different techniques are used for separation of that particular mixture, and we will get different pure substance. Up till the end, we can extract that particular material. We are going on separating, and we will separate and we will extract the pure substance. Pure substance are either elements or compounds. Elements are generally single atoms. Suppose you take the example of hydrogen, sodium, iron, copper, zinc. They all are your elements. Their numbers, their mass, everything is fixed. Lavoisier, in the year 1743 and 94, he conducted various experiments, and he said that it is the lower most part of any chemical substance, that is the pure substance. See children, next what it is given. The element can't be broken down further. It is the tiniest particle and it is the base. When different elements will combine together, they will form compounds, mixtures, and so on. This, do you know that you learn very well? It will be important further for your competitive exam. Okay. Mercury and bromiums are generally present in liquid stage. Gallium, cesium, that is also present in liquid stage at room temperature. Gaseous elements are there. They will be at room temperature only, gaseous form. Okay, children, next one is your compound. What is compound? In compound, there is a fixed ratio. Okay, suppose two elements we are combining together, they will have certain ratio. Suppose you take the example of H2O. So H2O, that is hydrogen oxide. Hydrogen H2. Two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. So what it is telling you about? 2:1 ratio. In the same manner, if you will say ammonia, NH3, nitrogen is 1 in number, hydrogen is 3 in number. Carbon dioxide, CO2, carbon is 1 in number, oxygen is 2 in number. So 1:2, 1:3, likewise ratio is there. See children, in the figure, this is the electrolysis process of water. When you will do the electrolysis process, that is H2O, that will dissociate into H plus and OH negative. Okay children, one is acidic substance, another one is your basic substance. How this electrolysis of water is carried out? You can see the figure here. By the help of electrical appliances we are going to do, and what will happen in the test tube, you will found both the gas, hydrogen as well as oxygen gas. That's why H2O is going to be prepared by the combination of hydrogen and oxygen gas. You can see two blue colored test tubes are there, that is liquid is filled in that. So they are the electrodes. Below that black color dark complexion is given, that is your electrodes. Battery also we had used, and it is connected with each other. By the help of electrolysis, that is by the electric charge only, they are separated. See children, according to law of constant proportion, what it is? A compound will always contain same or fixed proportion by the mass of its two or more constituent elements. That is, one fixed ratio will be there. H2O. H2O will be always H2O only. That is hydrogen oxide. Formula of water will be always H2O only. Formula of ammonia will be NH3 only. Okay. Then for nitrogen gas we are using N2, so on. So it is having one fixed ratio. That is only law of constant proportion. Okay children, in this manner our chapter had been completed. Next class I will provide you the notes.